Did you know that the secret to turning life's biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities may have been discovered more than 2,000 years ago? Imagine facing the storms of life with a calm so deep and powerful that nothing can disturb your inner peace. It almost sounds like a superpower, doesn't it? But this isn't fantasy at all. This ancient superpower is actually a timeless philosophy, one that was practiced in the busy markets and grand halls of ancient Rome and Greece. Stoicism teaches us that although we cannot control everything that happens in our lives, we do have complete control over how we choose to respond. In today's world, where uncertainty feels constant, these teachings can become the steady anchor we've all been searching for. Stoicism is not just about thinking differently, it is about taking action and living with purpose, strength, and happiness, no matter what life throws at you. It doesn't ask us to suppress our emotions, but rather to understand and manage them so we can live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Whether you are dealing with stress, facing difficult challenges, or simply trying to find more joy in everyday moments, this philosophy has something powerful to offer. Today, we're diving deep into Stoicism, uncovering its timeless wisdom and exploring how it can transform not just the way we think, but the way we live. If you're ready to begin this journey of transformation, don't forget to subscribe, share, and hit the like button. Stay with me until the end, because every moment of this video brings you closer to discovering Stoic wisdom that can truly change your life. One of the core principles of Stoicism is focusing on what is within your control. Think about how often you get stuck in traffic, feeling angry about the delay, or scroll through your phone only to feel upset by a negative comment someone left on your post. These moments are part of everyday life, and they constantly test our patience, mood, and peace of mind. Stoicism offers a powerful perspective that can completely change how we experience these situations. This ancient philosophy, born in Greece and Rome, gives us a simple but life-changing tool: focus only on what you can control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Traffic jams, bad weather, criticism from others, these things are beyond our control, no matter how much we wish otherwise. What is in our control is our reaction. Interestingly, this idea is supported by modern psychology as well. Carl Jung once said, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with Stoic practice, reminding us that our true power lies in our thoughts, choices, and actions. Imagine you're stuck in traffic and running late for an important meeting. You could spend that time feeling angry, honking the horn, and stressing out, though none of that will make the cars move any faster. Or you could take a deep breath, accept the situation, and use the time to listen to music, a podcast, or an audiobook. The traffic remains the same, but your response changes. And with that small shift, your stress reduces, your mind feels lighter, and your day instantly becomes better. This is the true strength of Stoicism, changing your inner world even when the outer world stays the same dial. What you can control goes far beyond just dealing with traffic jams or bad weather. It extends into your personal goals, your reactions to other people, and the way you approach obstacles in life. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the most influential Stoic thinkers, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These words carry a powerful reminder for everyday life. The next time you feel overwhelmed or frustrated by something outside your control, pause and ask yourself a simple question: is this within my control? If the answer is no, then practice letting it go. Shift your focus towards what is within your control, your reaction, your mindset, and your actions. This small mental shift can have a profound impact on your stress levels and overall happiness. It's not always easy, but it's a habit worth practicing every single day. Remember, Stoicism is about progress, not perfection. And as we learn to focus more on what we can control, we'll find ourselves not just surviving life's challenges, but truly thriving despite them. Stoicism also teaches us the powerful art of embracing obstacles as opportunities. At first, this idea may sound counterintuitive. Most of us are conditioned to see obstacles as barriers standing in the way of our success and happiness. But Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus completely flip this way of thinking. They encourage us that when life throws a curveball, instead of asking, "Why me?" we should ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift alone can be life-changing. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his personal reflections, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes a way." What he meant was that every obstacle, no matter how intimidating, not only tests our strength, but also teaches us valuable lessons. It's about finding meaning and growth within difficult situations and using them as fuel for personal development. This way of thinking isn't limited to ancient philosophy. It's supported by modern psychology as well. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung once said, "What you resist persists." When we fight against obstacles, we often give them more power over us. But when we accept them and learn from them, we weaken their hold and move beyond them. This Stoic mindset is all about transforming challenges into stepping stones, tools that help us become stronger, wiser, and more resilient over time. Let's bring this into real life. Imagine you're facing repeated rejections from job applications. It's easy to fall into self-doubt, frustration, or even self-pity. But what if you view each rejection as useful feedback? Maybe there's a skill you need to improve, or a new approach you could try in your job search. That simple change in perspective can turn disappointment into a roadmap for growth. The same applies to personal conflicts. While disagreements are uncomfortable and stressful, they also provide opportunities to practice patience, empathy, and better communication. Every conflict offers a chance to understand different viewpoints and strengthen your ability to resolve problems calmly and effectively. At the heart of embracing obstacles as opportunities is one powerful question. What can this situation teach me? Instead of seeing ourselves as passive victims of circumstance, Stoicism encourages us to become active learners and problem solvers. This doesn't mean obstacles suddenly become easy to face, but it does mean we approach them with a mindset focused on growth and learning. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This idea lies at the very core of Stoicism, looking beyond the immediate pain and frustration to discover the potential and the opportunities that lie within. So whenever you're faced with a challenge, respond, pause for a moment, and try to reframe it. Ask yourself what the situation is trying to teach you and how it can help you become stronger and wiser. Remember, obstacles are not just hurdles standing in your way. They are powerful opportunities for growth. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can move through life's ups and downs with greater grace, resilience, and wisdom. Living in the present moment is something we can do all the time. Live in the now. But what does that really mean? And why does it matter so much? Living in the present means fully embracing and experiencing this exact moment, without allowing your mind to drift into worries about tomorrow or regrets about yesterday. It's about recognizing that life always brings challenges and unexpected moments, unfolds moments. This idea is far from new. It has been a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, echoed by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and reinforced by modern psychologists and philosophers. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." He understood the true power of presence lies in its ability to ground us, clear mental distractions, and help us fully appreciate life as it unfolds. When we stay present, we allow ourselves to experience life more deeply and meaningfully, rather than being lost in thoughts that pull us away from reality. So why is it so difficult to remain present? Our minds are often crowded with worries about what's coming next, or replaying events that have already passed. This constant mental noise distracts us from the richness and potential of the present moment. As psychologist Carl Jung once said, "The least of things with meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it." Living in the present gives meaning to even the smallest everyday experiences, enriching our lives in ways we often overlook. Even Aristotle spoke about the importance of awareness and presence, linking it to eudaimonia, a state of true happiness, well-being, and prosperity. He believed that by focusing on the here and now, we could live a virtuous life and make the most of our human experience. Being present allows us to act with intention and align our actions with our values. But how do we actually practice living in the present? It begins with mindfulness, paying attention to each moment without judgment. When you eat, truly savor each bite. When you walk, notice the feeling of the ground beneath your feet. When someone speaks to you, listen fully instead of planning what you'll say next. These small acts of awareness gently bring us back to the present, making life feel richer and more meaningful. Seneca captured this idea beautifully when he said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." He understood that worrying about what might happen or regretting what already has only steals joy from the present moment. Living in the now doesn't mean ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It means finding balance. We learn from the past and prepare for the future without letting either consume our present. It's in this balance that we discover peace and contentment. Every moment gives us an opportunity to reset, refocus, and reconnect with the now. This present moment is where we truly live, love, and create lasting memories. So let's make a conscious effort to be more present in our daily lives and truly cherish the now, because this moment, right here, is where life truly happens. And now let's talk about self-discipline. I know the word self-discipline often brings to mind images of strict routines, rigid schedules, and a life completely devoid of fun. But let's reshape that image together. Self-discipline is not about limiting your life or stripping away joy. Instead, it's about empowering yourself to make choices that align with your deepest values and long-term goals. It's about choosing what is right for you, not what feels easiest in the moment. At its core, self-discipline is self-mastery. It's the ability to say yes to what truly serves you and no to what doesn't, even when that choice feels uncomfortable. Think about it for a moment. Whether it's staying consistent with a workout routine, saving money instead of giving in to impulse purchases, or turning off Netflix to focus on an important project, these decisions may not offer instant gratification. However, they quietly build the foundation for long-term fulfillment, growth, and success. Self-discipline is less about denying pleasure and more about choosing a better future for yourself. Stoic philosophy has a great deal to teach us about self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful insight captures the essence of self-discipline. It reminds us that true control lies not in changing external circumstances, but in mastering our inner world, our impulses, emotions, and actions, despite the distractions and temptations life constantly presents. Seneca also offers timeless wisdom on this subject. He advised us to remain steady and to govern our desires rather than allowing them to govern us. In his view, true freedom comes from within, from our ability to direct ourselves instead of being driven by impulses. When we learn to control our desires, we gain a sense of inner freedom that no external condition can take away. But why is self-discipline so essential? Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher, provides clarity here. He believed that excellence and virtue are achieved through habit. By practicing self-discipline consistently, we build habits that guide us toward our best selves. It's not about occasional bursts of willpower, but about daily actions that shape who we become. Over time, self-discipline is not about occasional acts of willpower, but about consistently making choices that reflect our values and long-term goals. Building self-discipline also aligns closely with modern psychological understanding. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our personality in order to live a complete and meaningful life. This kind of integration requires self-discipline because we must learn to navigate the different desires within us and consciously choose paths that support our overall well-being and personal growth. So how do we begin building self-discipline in our everyday lives? The answer is simple. Start small. Choose one area you'd like to improve, whether it's your diet, your exercise routine, or your spending habits. Set clear and realistic goals and take it one day at a time. Each time you make a choice that aligns with your goals, you strengthen your self-discipline, just like building a muscle. As Epictetus wisely reminded us, no great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is formed through small, consistent actions. It's about progress, not perfection. Every day brings new opportunities to practice self-discipline and move closer to the person we want to become. Building self-discipline is truly a journey. It's about learning to balance what we want right now with what we want most in the long run. It's about making choices that may feel difficult in the moment, but ultimately lead us toward happiness, fulfillment, and inner peace. So let's commit to this journey together, supporting ourselves and one another in choosing what is right, not what is easy. Because within self-discipline lies the path to achieving our dreams and living a life we genuinely love. When life throws unexpected challenges our way, we often experience a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling angry, sad, or frustrated is a natural part of being human. But what truly matters is not just what we feel, it's how we handle those emotions. This is where emotional resilience comes into play. Emotional resilience is like an inner strength that allows us to move through life's storms with grace and emerge stronger on the other side. It's about recognizing our emotions, understanding them, and then choosing positive steps forward instead of being overwhelmed by them. The Stoics had profound insights into emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful idea captures the essence of emotional resilience. While we may not control what happens to us, we always have control over how we respond. Our emotions do not have to dictate our actions. Seneca also offered wisdom on facing adversity without losing composure. He believed that life's hardships are tests of our character and resilience. By approaching our emotions with patience and understanding, rather than resistance, we grow stronger and wiser. Developing emotional resilience begins with self-awareness, being mindful of our emotions and reactions. It's okay to feel deeply, but instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose responses that align with our values and long-term well-being. Aristotle spoke of the concept of the golden mean, the balance between excess and deficiency. This idea applies beautifully to emotional resilience. It's not about suppressing emotions or letting them overpower us, but about finding a balanced and thoughtful response. Carl Jung, another influential thinker in psychology, also emphasized the importance of understanding and integrating our emotional experiences as part of personal growth. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of integrating every aspect of our psyche in order to achieve true wholeness. A vital part of this process is facing our emotions, understanding them, accepting them, and learning from them. This lies at the very core of developing emotional resilience. When we stop running from our feelings and instead turn toward them with awareness, we begin to grow stronger from within. So what can you do when strong emotions take hold of you? First, give yourself permission to feel. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment or criticism. Then take a step back and gently explore what triggered these feelings. This kind of reflection can reveal valuable insights into your emotional patterns and inner responses. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This reminder shows us that our responses to emotions shape our experiences far more than the emotions themselves. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose responses that are constructive, healing, and aligned with our values. Developing emotional resilience is not a destination, it's a journey. It requires mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience with ourselves. Along the way, we build a personal toolkit of coping strategies, such as journaling, talking with a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. Above all, emotional resilience asks us to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion as we navigate our inner world. It's not about never experiencing negative emotions. It's about learning how to ride their waves with grace and emerging stronger and more self-aware on the other side. By strengthening our emotional resilience, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with courage, balance, and calm confidence. Let's embrace this journey together, supporting one another as we grow emotionally stronger and move toward a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The Stoics, including great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, introduced the concept of memento mori not to instill fear, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for every moment we are given. They believe that by remembering the inevitability of death, we are encouraged to live more consciously, more intentionally, and with greater gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the fleeting nature of life in his meditations, urging us to live in alignment with our values and to make meaningful use of the time we have. You could leave life right now, he wrote. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This wasn't meant to be morbid. It was a call to action, a reminder to focus on what truly matters. Seneca also spoke about the shortness of life, warning us not to waste precious time on trivial concerns. He encouraged us to focus on creating a life filled with purpose, depth, and meaning. For him, being mindful of death helped us live more wisely, cherish our relationships, and fully appreciate our experiences. Epictetus echoed this idea by emphasizing the importance of focusing on the present and making the best possible use of our time. When we remember that life is not endless, we are more likely to live ethically, appreciate beauty, and value each moment. But how can we bring memento mori into our own lives without it feeling dark or overwhelming? It begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing awareness of death as something fearful, we can see it as a powerful motivator, a reminder to live fully, authentically, and without unnecessary delay. It encourages us to embrace the present moment rather than postponing our dreams or happiness for an uncertain future. Think about the things you've been putting off, pursuing a passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply slowing down to enjoy the small joys of everyday life. Memento mori gently reminds us that now is the time to live. Memento mori reminds us not to take our time for granted. It gently pushes us to live more authentically, to speak honestly, to love openly, and to be fully present in our lives. This powerful concept teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life. And through that awareness, our gratitude for each moment deepens. When we truly remember that our time here is limited, we naturally begin to cherish our experiences more, live with greater mindfulness, and express gratitude for the people and moments that bring meaning to our lives. So let us use memento mori not as a source of fear, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life itself. Let it remind us to make choices that align with our deepest values, to nurture and cherish our relationships, and to fully savor the beauty of the present moment. Remembering that we will one day die encourages us to live more fully today. In embracing memento mori, we discover a powerful reminder, not to live in fear of death, but in celebration of life. Let's make every moment count, not because we fear its ending, but because we are deeply in love with life itself. Let's live in such a way that when our time does come, we can look back without regret, knowing we lived fully, loved deeply, and appreciated the extraordinary journey that life truly is. It's fascinating how such a simple idea can have such a profound impact on the way we live. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, and this shift can be a true game changer, especially on days that feel heavy or overwhelming. The Stoics, in their wisdom, spoke often about gratitude. They believed happiness does not come from having more, but from appreciating what is already present in our lives. Marcus Aurelius frequently wrote about the importance of being present and finding joy in simple, everyday moments. He once said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is gratitude in its purest form, recognizing the value of life itself and honoring the countless gifts it offers us each day. Best ending. Powerful emotional close. When we combine gratitude with Stoic wisdom, life begins to feel richer and more meaningful. We stop rushing, stop comparing, and start appreciating. Every breath becomes a gift, every moment becomes an opportunity, and every challenge becomes a lesson. If there is one message Stoicism leaves us with, it's this. Life doesn't need to be perfect to be beautiful. It only needs to be lived with awareness, gratitude, and purpose. So as you move forward, remember this wisdom. Choose presence over distraction, gratitude over complaint, purpose over fear. Because the art of living well is not found in controlling life, but in learning how to truly appreciate it.